Glad you came.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
See what this quest is upstairs. I can remember where the stairs are.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Okay.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula. Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
What could... Stop! Stop, bandit!
I was gonna try and petrify him.
Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
What could be
I don't think I
stirring in
can
the cellar?
petrify him.
Stop! Stop, bandit!
Okay, I just gotta sneak by him.
Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. Revelio.
What could... Stop!
Shoot!
Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. venomous tentacula. Revelio.
You.
Leviosa. Descendo.
Levioso!
Descendo. Glacius. Defendo. Accio. Levioso. So many spiders. It's a wonder they haven't taken over the whole house. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Repulsor. Descendo. Glacius. Confringo. Defendo. Protego. Stupid one. Revelio.
How do I get up there? Oh. Probably right over here.
Confringo. Revelio. Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Revelio.
Chest nearby. Shoot!
Revelio.
Ow.
Revelio.
Coins. Give me the coins. Fine. Don't need coins. No one saw a thing.
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine from a former friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
Zach. Dragonhide herbologist gloves. Dragonhide gloves for handling venomous herbological specimens. Okay, Sirona. You are up there in Upper Hawksfield. You know what? We'll just fly there. Oh, I should top the Gladstones.
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Why did you buy me a second pair? I hate these
Novelty
socks.
socks at that price can't be passed up. Be thankful you have socks.
I'd rather have no socks than be dancing like this.
You're not dancing, you're exercising.
Father, why is he dancing?
See? And you'd said the charm'd come out in the wash, but it
I've never known
hasn't.
someone so dramatic, just like your father. Anyone would think you had an affliction.
Has he been cursed?
Oh, please, can't we take these socks back to Mr. Hill and get me some
When
normal
you pay
ones?
for your own socks, then you get to choose. Until then, you'll learn to be thrifty and behave. You're starting to cause a scene.
Papa, can we really wash charms out of things?
Don't be absurd. That woman will say anything to avoid spending her knut.
If something threatens me, the first thing I cast is Protego. Wingardium Leviosa.
Hello there. Please,
Hello.
come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
Actually, I'm here to sell. Hate to say, Mr. Gladstone, but a lot of your gear kind of sucks.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
What do
Hello.
we have here? A den.
Revelio.
Mine now, demi-guys.
Let's go.
Revelio.
Can I open you? Nope. And we're out.
This place has seen better days. Revelio.
Had too much fire whiskey if you think you can outdo my take. Could hardly carry the sacks on that last raid.
Come on.
What was that?
The beasts are safer now.
Note to self, you can use
Revelio.
You can petrify creatures. Anyway, to Upper Hogsfield.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sportle? Revelio.
First, I'm gonna go around and see if I can unlock anything. Like this.
Aloha Mora.
There we go.
Revelio.
I do appreciate what you went through to... You've made Upper Hogsfield safer. And for that, I thank you.
Did you know the chest in there? I just didn't notice. Oh, wow, yeah. Small frame painting.
Revelio.
The good you've done on behalf of the Upper...
Revelio.
Don't know why that was there, but okay.
Wonder who lives here. Revelio.
People.
Aloha Mora.
Demi guys.
Revelio.
Aha. Ooh, a moving painting.
This looks intriguing. Revelio.
Okay, let's go see Dorothy.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Find and enter the cavern. Well, what is this? Have I done this already?
Confringo! Levioso.
Ah, it's level 3.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts. I'm sure it's
Levioso. Accio.
too hard.
Defendo. Levioso.
Marvelous strike! Stop sticking around like a fool!
Levioso.
Someone!
Accio. Confringo.
These airborne ones are tough. For me, anyway.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Horklump Hollow.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters.
Revelio.
That's all the Hawklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio.
Wrong.
Lumos.
There. Down we go.
Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Repulsor. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Defender. Accio. Confringo. Defender. Levioso. Accio.
Wrong button. Ah!
Levioso. Accio.
How do I... Hold on. Flipendo. No. Drink your...
Flipendo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo.
Wrong button.
Levioso. Defendo. Confringo. Protego. Stupid one.
I keep trying to block that for some reason.
Defendo. Confringo. Stupid one. Flipendo. Repulso. Glacius.
Get my buttons and spells mixed up.
Confringo. Defendo. Confringo. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Protego. Stupid one. Stupid one. Defendo. Confringo. Defendo. Confringo. Confringo. Protego. Defendo. Confringo.
One less foul hulking brute.
It would have been easier if I hadn't been trying to do the spell feed or whatever.
Revelio. Lumos. Reparo.
No.
Lumos.
I know I've been here before, I'm just double checking.
Revelio.
Hey, squirrels. Here we go. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a legilimens, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me, when you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts. I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first-year witch I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can, for their delightful conversation and, I am unashamed to admit, her incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how he giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I still appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Revelio.
Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finky. Bess.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Glad Rags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelous, fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Excuse me. And one more hold on.
Revelio.
Nothing here. Just checking.
Hello. Careful of the mandrakes. I haven't fed them yet. You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away.
Yeah, whatever you say. Nice painting.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
What do we have here?
Revelio.
Anything upstairs? Demi guys.
Mine now, Demi guys.
Yoink. Brood and Peck's shopkeeper, Ellie Peck, tries to find good homes for certain beasts, and is the only vendor that will purchase beasts you've collected in your inventory.
Hello. Mind you, don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncarved fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracells. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but add it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
feather. Toad warts. And then I can sell her my beasts.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider
Revelio.
yourself welcome.
Proprietor Ellie Peck is a fierce protector of beasts and will give you a fair price for any beast in need of a safe home. Brood and Peck is the shop to visit for beast byproducts like Fooper feathers and Niffler fur. Hello, Niffler. Hello, Toad.
Revelio.
Hello, Owl. Whooper. Okay, back to Sirona.
I saw what you did! There's no tolerance for thieves! Hand them back!
Hand what back, sir? We've not took a thing.
Hand them back!
There's nothing to give, sir. It was only the one. That's all of them, sir. Honestly, I swear.
How many times are you pair going to keep pilfering my shop?
I swear it was just those ones,
We
sir.
promise, sir. We'd never take more than those.
I tell you this, they'll not appreciate your antics in Azkaban. You just wait till I see your mother.
That was a bit harsh.
Huh. Evening, Sirona. So are you just open 24/7?
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. I'm sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
How do you know I did it? It could have been anyone. I wasn't around at the time. You can't prove it. Okay, let's go back to the room quickly so I can check out my new gear. Oh. Secret rooms. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.